Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. So Gareth Bale completes a move back to Tottenham 7 years after leaving. He awaits his approval to fly to London and sign for Tottenham. Now I think he's going to be joining them on loan, and it's going to cost Tottenham around 13 million in wages. Now, Gareth Bale endured 7 seasons with Real Madrid, scored a total of 105 goals in all competitions. He did still have a contract with Real Madrid until 2022, and he won a total of 13 major honours, including 4 Champions Leagues. You know, Real Madrid did pay £85 million for Bale from Tottenham back in 2013. I think at that point it was a record signing. Bale did endure 6 years with Tottenham before he obviously went to Real Madrid, and he scored 55 goals in 203 games in all competitions. Before he was at Tottenham, he was at Southampton. That's where he began his career. Did Bale. Now, don't forget, he was very, very close to joining the Chinese Super League. Was it last summer? And he was offered £1 million a week. But obviously his move to the Chinese Super League didn't materialise. I think it also mentioned that an unnamed Premier League club had put around an £89 million bidding for him. But it recently said that Bale, was available for just £18.5 million. He's just turned up to the Real Madrid training ground because he has been training away from the rest of the Real Madrid first team squad. So that fueled speculation up. Don't forget, my club, Manchester United, considered getting Gareth Bale on loan. We was in for Bale for several years. But I said my element of concern about Gareth Bale is that he is injury prone, and he is now the age of 31. His wages at Real Madrid, were substantial, £600,000 a week. But from a Tottenham perspective, they will be very, very delighted. And I think they've done good business now. They're getting Bale in. They've got Sergio Reguilon in from Real Madrid. They basically hijacked our move for the player because, at one point we was very close to getting Sergio Reguilon. Tottenham have got him for around £27 million. They've also brought Joe Hart in on a free. They've got Holberg, Kyle Walker-Peters, and they also got that Doherty. So that is the breaking news on Bale, but we was in for Bale because we was seeing him as one of our alternatives to Jadon Sancho. But he did say, didn't he, Gareth Bale, that, he wants to make a return to the Premier League. Now, I want to give you some breaking news on Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich. So, according to David Ornstein, James Pearce and Simon Hughes from The Athletic, they have said that Liverpool have agreed a deal to sign Thiago Alcantara. A fee of around €30 million has been agreed between Liverpool and Bayern Munich. €30 million equates to around 27 million in pound sterling. It will be made official. He's moved to Liverpool anytime. Fabrizio Romano, who's a very reliable Italian journalist, he said that Thiago Alcantara will sign a 4-year contract with Liverpool that will keep under contract at Liverpool until June 2024. Don't forget, Bayern Munich's president, former president, should I say, recently come out and said that Thiago at one point was close to signing a 4-year contract with Bayern Munich. But right at the last minute, he changed his mind, and he mentioned that he had an agreement with Manchester United and Liverpool. Because obviously, we've been in for Thiago Alcantara. The other week, Thiago was talking about his future and he denied, asking Bayern Munich to leave. And there was reports coming out saying that, he could have ended up staying at Bayern Munich. Thiago Alcantara did endure 7 seasons with Bayern Munich, won a total of 16 major honours. I think he made over 200 appearances for them in all competitions and scored around 30 odd goals. Thiago Alcantara's contract was due to expire next year with Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich did pay €25 million for him from Barcelona back in 2013. And it said a few weeks ago that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had held talks with the player in person over the possible move to Man United because we was looking to hijack Liverpool's move for the player. But Thiago revealed that he wanted to make a move to Liverpool. So that's going to be Liverpool's second signing in this summer transfer window because they've already signed Tsikmas from Olympiacos. So, from a Liverpool perspective, they will be very, very delighted. So, that is the breaking news on Thiago Alcantara. Manchester United are enduring a disastrous summer transfer window. We have only made one signing so far, and that was Donny van de Beek from Ajax. Don't get me wrong, Donny van de Beek is a very, very good signing for Manchester United, but Solskjaer has confirmed that he wants to make 3 more signings after Donny van de Beek. And this summer transfer window shuts in just under 3 weeks, and Manchester United have got quite a few things to do. Obviously, we've got to get a right winner in. We've obviously, got to try and get a centre-half in because we need someone to go alongside Harry Maguire. I heard that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer postpones signing a centre-half until the summer of 2021. And there's been a few centre-halves on our agenda. Obviously, we've been trying to get Dayot Upamecano, Kalidou Koulibaly. He's been another centre-half on our agenda. And obviously, I said it'd be very beneficial if Manchester United could get a left-back in. We've got 2 predominant left-backs in the team at the moment, and that's Luke Shaw and Brandon Williams. Alex Telles from Porto, he still remains on our agenda. And we need to sell players in this summer transfer window, and we're struggling to offload our fringe players. Because quite frankly, these still deadwood at Manchester United. We're looking to get rid of Jesse Lingard. We're looking to get rid of Andres Pereira. We're looking to get rid of Diego Dalot. We're looking to get rid of Smalling. I heard that Inter Milan are now in for him. We're looking to get rid of Rojo. We're looking to get rid of Jones. Sergio Romero, he's open to leaving the football club because Romero's not going to want to stay at Manchester United. When he is third choice goalkeeper because Dean Henderson has just recently returned for us. But we sell players in this summer transfer window. It will help us with our rebuilding process and obviously we will generate money. But Solskjaer recently revealed that he's very, very infuriated with the board. Main explanation is over the lack of transfer business in this summer transfer window, but we've been critical of the board for several years, flexing how poor our recruitment policy's been. The managers that we've had since Ferguson retired haven't been backed enough. I think we've also made a lot of mistakes in the last 7 years, and that's one of the main explanations why we've been so inconsistent. Woodward's been at the football club since 2012, and the Glazers have been at the football club since 2005. So Woodward's been with us around 8 years, and the Glazers have been with us around 15 years. But I don't think Solskjaer's getting backed enough, and I think Solskjaer deserves more backing at Manchester United because I feel as though he is progressing as Manchester United manager, and he's even publicly admitted that Manchester United have got to spend money in this summer transfer window if we are to compete with the likes of City, Liverpool, and now perhaps Chelsea. And like I've said on my videos before, I think Solskjaer is in a similar situation to what Jose Mourinho was in. You know, Jose Mourinho made it clear to our board in the summer of 2018 that he wanted to get a centre-half in. Obviously, never got a centre-half in. And this is one of the main explanations Jose Mourinho got sacked. You know, Mourinho endured 2.5 years at Manchester United. You know, did win the Europa League and the League Cup in his first season. And obviously got a second in his first season. But obviously Mourinho had bad disputes with the board, and he also had bad disputes with our top players. This summer transfer window, Solskjaer's 4th transfer window as Manchester United manager. You know, so far at the football club, he has spent over £200 million. But this season is big for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United, because this season is going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 2nd full season at the club, and he knows that he has got bigger expectations to exceed. If we are to make a couple of more signings in this summer transfer window, then I think our expectations this season will be to challenge for the Premier League title. Obviously, if we don't make any more signings, then I think our expectations this season will be just to finish in the top 4 so we can get qualification for the Champions League. I'm hopeful that we can win some silverware this season, because we've not yet won out in terms of silverware under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. And we haven't won a major honour for over 3 years. And it's the first time this has happened in just over 30 years. And I also want to see improvements this season, because there's still more improvements needed at Man United. I still think like Solskjaer's decision-making's got to improve. I think there's still aspects of our game that have got to improve. There's still certain players that have got to improve at Manchester United. But don't get me wrong, I have seen improvements since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got recommended in. I've got to say our recruitment's improved under him, but obviously it hasn't been good so far in this summer transfer window. I think Solskjaer's promoted the youth very, very well. He's also got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he got recommended in to Manchester United. So, there you go. Last season was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 1st full season at the club. And to be honest with you, he did exceed most of his expectations. The only expectation he didn't exceed was winning a trophy. But last season, we got qualification for the Champions League. We also finished 3rd, and we progressed to 3 semi-finals. We got to the FA Cup semi-final, the Europa League semi-final, and the EFL Cup semi-final. Now, I don't know if Solskjaer is the foreseeable future for Man United, and I don't know if he's the right manager. I think this season will tell the story. If we are to have a good start to the season, then more Manchester United fans will be convinced he is the right manager. And we could possibly even extend his contract. As it stands at the moment, Solskjaer's just got under a year left. Just got under 2 years left, sorry, on his Man United contract. But at the first part of last season, we enjoyed our worst start ever to a Premier League season. At that point, Solskjaer was very, very close to getting sacked as Manchester United manager. But I obviously outlined the reasons why he didn't get sacked as Manchester United manager. But you can see that Solskjaer's trying to change the culture of the club. And, you know, he's trying to improve the squad. But there has been so many players on our agenda. But look at the players we've missed out on now under Solskjaer. You know, we obviously missed out on Erling Haaland in January. And I said it was a disappointment that we missed out on him, because he would have been an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer type signing. You know, we missed out on Jude Bellingham. We've obviously now missed out on Sergio Reguilon. We've missed out on Thiago. We've missed out on Jack Grealish, because Jack Grealish has just recently signed a 5-year contract with Aston Villa. We've obviously now missed out on Gareth Bale. I'm just hoping that we can sign Jadon Sancho in this summer transfer window. Now, like I updated you yesterday, there was some positivity coming out saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has spoke to Jadon Sancho to assure him that a deal to Manchester United is very close. And Sancho to Man United will happen very soon. And it says we are willing to be patient with Jadon Sancho. It says we will wait until the final week of the transfer window to make a move for the player. Now, Fabrizio Romano did recently say that Sancho still wants to come to Manchester United, and David Ornstein from The Athletic says that, the personal terms have been agreed, the agent fees have been agreed, and I heard that a contract worth 250 grand a week has been agreed. But we need to come to an agreement on a fee. Borussia Dortmund's valuation is around £108 million. And throughout the course of this Jadon Sancho transfer saga, it has been Borussia Dortmund's asking price that has been the stumbling block. Because we've not been determined to meet what Borussia Dortmund are demanding. Now, don't forget, we've made a promise to Sancho that he will be our next number 7 if he comes to Manchester United in this summer transfer window. We've obviously got number 7 vacant at the moment, but we have had a lot of good number 7s up and down the generations. Yes, we really, really have. But he said a few weeks ago that we'd abandoned our chase for Sancho until the summer of 2021. Obviously, last month, Dortmund said we had until the 10th of August to sign the player. We obviously missed out on that deadline, so Sancho went out on pre-season. But we've confirmed we are not giving up on the signing of the player. He does remain our number 1 priority target. But Solskjaer's infuriated with this Jadon Sancho saga because we have been in for Sancho for like the last 3 years. We said, we was hoping to sign Sancho by the time we play Crystal Palace. Obviously, we play Crystal Palace this weekend. It's our first game of the Premier League season. But like I said to you, we have been looking at a lot of alternatives now to Sancho. Do you think Manchester United can win the title under Solskjaer? Like I've said to you before, I think we're at least a couple of years off winning the Premier League. We have not won the Premier League since 2013, so we haven't won it for 7 years. We are the most successful team in Premier League history because we have won 20 titles and 13 of them are Premier League titles. Some Manchester United fans don't think Solskjaer's good enough to win the title with us, because let's be honest, he hasn't got a fantastic pedigree behind him. And there's still some Manchester United fans that think that Solskjaer isn't the right manager, and we need a manager in with a proven pedigree, such as a Jurgen Klopp or a Pep Guardiola, for prime example. But I always said Solskjaer needs another season because it is a transition period, and it has been a transition period for a while. Like I said, when Solskjaer first came in, he was inheriting a squad that was worth £700 million, before he obviously, made signings himself. But the vast majority of his team is Jose Mourinho's. Mourinho recommended 11 players into the club. He brought, obviously, Lindelof in. He brought Eric Bailly in. He brought Delo in. He brought Lee Grant in. He brought Pogba in. He brought Fred in. He brought Matic in. He brought Lukaku in, who's obviously no longer here. He brought Mkhitaryan in, who's no longer here. He brought Sanchez in, he's no longer here. He brought Ibrahimovic in, he's no longer here. But still a lot of players here from the Jose Mourinho era. Obviously, Van Gaal, he brought a good 16 players into the football club. But a lot of the players Van Gaal brought in have now left. Obviously, he brought the likes of Sneijderlin in, Sebastian Schweinsteiger, Di Maria, Falcao, Memphis Depay, Blind, Rojo, Darmian, Martial Shaw, who were the ones who were still here. Romero, he brought him in on a free. He's still here at the moment. Ander Herrera also brought him in. Obviously, he's no longer here. And under the David Moyes era, we just brought 2 players in, and that was Marian Fellaini and Juan Mata. Fellaini's no longer here, but Juan Mata is still at Manchester United. And I think there's still a few players here from the Alex Ferguson era. The only players I think here from the Alex Ferguson era is obviously De Gea, Phil Jones and Chris Smalling. But if we are to have a bad start to this season, then obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could be back under pressure again. But I want his managerial tenure to work out. But we've had a lot of negativity throughout the course of the summer. Not only failing to make, you know, signings and that. Obviously, you know, we had the incident with Harry Maguire last month when he got arrested in Greece and obviously had to go to court in Greece, you know, got a suspended sentence of 21 months and 10 days. You know, don't forget Brandon Williams got injured. Don't forget Wan-Bissaka had to quarantine because he travelled to Dubai, was it last month? We've had a few issues with Mason Greenwood recently. I think recently he nailed laughing gas. And don't forget he got withdrawn from the England squad by Gareth Southgate. So too did Phil Foden for inviting girls back to the team hotel. I don't know if Mason Greenwood's going to be available for Saturday. We don't forget we recently give Mason Greenwood the number 11. He's going to become the 4th Manchester United player to wear the number 11. Don't forget Rashford did sustain an ankle injury, but the good news is he is now back. I think he missed both of England's games in the Nations League. Don't forget Rashford had a back injury for us last season. He was out for a few months. Obviously, Paul Pogba, you know, a few weeks ago he got tested positive for coronavirus, but the good news is now he has recovered from coronavirus as Paul Pogba. Obviously, he was in Man United training recently, but Solskjaer has confirmed that Paul Pogba is a doubt for the game on Saturday against Crystal Palace, but I'm hopeful that he is available. My element of concern is that, you know, there's teams around us that are doing very, very good recruitment. There really, really is. You know, you've got Chelsea. By far, they've done the best business so far. You know, they've brought the likes of Ziyech, Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell, Kai Havertz, Milan Sarr, Thiago Silva. Chelsea obviously try to get a goalkeeper. They try to get Rice as well. I think they've also got Mendy in. Nearly forgot to mention him. So Chelsea are going to be in there with a shout for this season. Liverpool, like I've said, they've got Tsikmas and Thiago now. Like I said, Tottenham, they've made good signings. Arsenal, they've bought Gabriel Magalhaes in and Willian. Leeds United, you know, they've also made some pretty good signings. So this is also my element of concern. But like I've said to you, in the last 7 years, Manchester United have been playing catch-up because obviously we've had different managers with different philosophies. You know, we've spent close to the £1 billion range on players. Obviously, the managers we've sat since Ferguson was obviously Moyes. He enjoyed 8 or 9 months at the club. Louis van Gaal enjoyed 2 years at the club. We did win the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal era. And Jose Mourinho, he got sacked after 2.5 years. But like I said, it's going to be hard for any manager at Manchester United to replicate Ferguson's legacy or to last as long as Alex Ferguson did, because Ferguson endured 20-odd years at Manchester United, endured over 20-odd years of success. But don't forget, Ferguson didn't win out in his first 4 years at Manchester United, so did not settle in straight away. You know, we won a total of 38 major honours under Ferguson. That's how dominant we were. But we've only won 3 trophies since Ferguson's retirement. So, yeah, a lot of problems at Manchester United at the moment. I'll be doing another video soon, guys, so join me for that. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.